Welcome in, welcome in. Welcome back to the Crypto Bully Bear channel where there's only fun, the coding, and no financial advice. Everything said on here is for entertainment purposes only. A lot of jokes. A lot of jokes. Shit. I can't even do this decode. Oh, yeah, I guess I can. Damn, man, I wanted to get that. I keep fucking not forgetting to transfer over pictures to show you. Anyway. All right, whatever. I'm just going to work off this one picture. Now, we got the World Series. Big game. We got the Dodgers and the Blue Jays, right? Both of them had white and blue. And I've been saying how silver has a good connection to white and blue. Now, being that the Toronto Blue Jays has a bird, and plus they have a player named Kirk, I was like, yo, the Blue Jays has to win. I'm just saying, the Phoenix, the Bird, Blue Jays, never been there. Well, they won like 32 years ago. Now, weirdly enough, when I was watching, I think it was game one. Was it game one? I can't remember if it was game one of the World Series or the game before the World Series that Toronto played. They kept showing the number 32, 23, 32 on players that had that number. And it's just weird because they just finished speaking about how it was like, I think it was 32 years ago. Whatever it was either 32 or 23 years ago. And they kept showing that number with Toronto. And I was like, very close. So anyway, let's get into the connection with the Kirk and this, and then I'll go read the comments. So, I told you that, right, we know what happened to Charlie, right? On September 10th, something happened to Charlie, right? You got. Then I said 62 days after he got, right? 62 days after it would be November 11th, okay? Yeah, I seen Google, I seen the Pac-Man theme. And so I was making, for whatever reason, I was making a connection to 1111. I kept saying Kirk, right? With two K's. K is the 11th letter. K, Kirk, right? Beginning and end. And I'm like, huh, I need to take the jacket off. It's fucking hot up in here. We just had a damn Melissa just came through here. The sun is peeking out. All right, it's Halloween, bitches, coming up. Anyway, let's get back into this decode over here. So, to go back what I was saying, Charlie got on September 10th. I said 62 days after, right? Because 62 is, when you flip the 6, is 9-2. Right? The 2 becomes 1-1. Then you got 9-1-1. 9-1-1. All right? That's the way I'm breaking down this decode, and you can break it down however you want to break it down. But this is the way I'm breaking it down. Okay? So that 62 number is a 911, well, a 911 code, right? And what did I say? In that 11-2 game, Charlie hit a home run. It was 9-2, and Charlie hit the home run in the 6th inning. A 2-run home run in the 6th inning. 2 runs in the 6th inning, okay? That made it, again, there's your 62. 6th inning, 2-run blast. He made the score 11-2, okay? Kirk. He made the score 11-2. Weirdly enough, 11-2. 2 breaks down to 1-1. You get 11-11. So there's Kirk making that 6-2 connection, 6th inning, 2-run blast, making it 11-11. Okay? Because it was 11-2 was the score. So 2 breaks down to 1-1, and his 11-1-1. Then the Japanese, that superstar Japanese guy. Now, also understand the Japanese powerhouse. Silver is a Japanese powerhouse connection, okay? He now hits a 2-run blast to make the score 11-4, 4-11. That's a message. 4-1-1 is a message. That's how the game ended, okay? So there's a 6-2 and a 11-11 code within that game. Then you can come up to game 4, okay? Game 4, all right? 4-2-2, okay? 4-2-2, which makes it 11-11, all right? Game 4, again, 2 and 2 is 4, 22, 11-11, all right? Game 4. Now look at this in game 4. Okay? Let me, this is a better vision. Now, check this out. All right? Look at this with the palm tree. All right? It's funny enough that they got this palm tree up in here. Palm tree. All right? And I'm going to get back to that. I'm just emphasizing palm tree. So, I don't know if Charlie actually hit this one. I don't think he did to make it 6-2. But here's another November 11 connection. And look at the gold. Look at that. Look how they put it in the gold color. Okay? Game 4. Okay? Again, 2-2 breaks down to 11-11. Game 4. He makes it 6-2. They win the game 6-2, as well as is tied 2-2. So again, Charlie Kirk, right? He got taken out. 62 days later is 11-11. There it is. It tied the game up. 2-2. 1-1-1-1. Game 4. 11-11. It tied up the series also. There's your 2-2. Game 4 breaks down to 2-2. And, hold on. And then you got this here. Oh, there you go. Look it. Just to show you. Already. Somebody had said this already, and I was like, yep, I seen it. I seen it. See, listen, I've been telling you. Oh, my God. I didn't even notice this part, though. Look at the purple. Look at the purple. When did you ever see purple ever? Right here, Google, because Google will tell you. Google got the colorful rainbow thing that goes around Google, and they're showing you. Look at the labs. The labs. Why would this be up here? The lab. Come on, Ripple Labs. Proton Labs. A-Chain over here. Look. A-Chain. A-Chain, baby. And it's got the apple. And it's showing you the apple. And it's showing you the apple. All right? The big apple. And you got the A right there. A-Chain, apple. What's up? What's up? Litecoin. What's up? Anyway, shit is bananas. Then we got that monkey. Look at, even the motherfucker has a purple witch hat on. You see that? Do you see that? My man Pac-Man got a motherfucking purple witch hat on. Banana Zone. It's going to be go time soon. It's going to be go time soon. GLE, baby. Let's go. Oh, that's the only one I have on here, I think. Yo, look at Sora. Crazy. The other day I was fucking looking at this thing. 115 million%. 115 million%. Bananas. Anyways, So, and then, oh man, I was on here. I see, I can't look at my pictures and still film because then it's going to cut off. Let me see if I can get a list of all the games. Can you give me a rundown of all the scores in the World Series 2025, Blue Jays and Dodgers? Nah, it doesn't want to cooperate. What up, Aston? I missed you live. I was working, man. I just was able to sit down. So, yeah, if you go back, we were just talking about Charlie Kirk and how I was making a connection to silver with Charlie, because Charlie had the 47 hats on the table. 47 equals silver. It was in golden thread. White hats with golden thread. My man, Ashen Starship, has said it before. This is an inverting year. Invert everything. Oh, they cut you live off? I seen you live, and I was like a minute and change. I'm like, that's kind of short for my man over here. He puts in 3 hours of work. So, yeah, I seen that. What was I just saying? I was just trying to, let me see if I can type it in. World Series 2025 game. Oh, scores. Let me put scores. And you know what's crazy too? I had a vision. I was talking to my boy. Obviously, I don't think I typed it anywhere. I should have put it there, but I told him exactly. I thought it was gonna be game 2. I said watch game 2, right? Because game 1 showed Charlie hitting that home run, making it 11-2, and I was like, oh shit. I was like, I had a vision that it was going to be 5-5 and go into extra inning. I didn't know how many innings. I just said the game will be tied 5-5 and somebody will win 6-5 because you got that 6-5 is 9-5. 9-5 to me could be November 11th. For the people that don't understand that, 9-5. 9 could be represented as November, okay? 5 could be flipped to a 2 and 2 could be broken down to 1-1. Which can be November 11th. All right? That's the way I'm breaking it down. You break it however you want. That's on you. All right? So I said, and it was funny because I seen him the other day, and I was like, see, I was like, I fucking knew that was going to be 5-5 because in my mind, when I seen that fucking 211 code, I'm just thinking silver. The message is silver. After the performance that the fucking Japanese had, he had like the most outstanding performance out of any baseball player. And then when I was deep diving, I was like, oh shit, Japan is one of the powerhouses that's connected to silver. And then when he hit the 411, like to score it to make it 411, I was like, yo, watch it be 5-5 for sterling silver. And then the date, 6-5, because 11-11 is my date. Okay, and I think it has to do with something with silver. All right, 11-11. It's either market crash or somebody gets into some type of altercation, some bigwig elite, or something happens with silver. So I was like, then the 9-5 can, 5-5 is sterling silver. Then the 9-5 would have been November 11th connection, but it didn't happen that day. Actually, the second game ended 5-1. Which Charlie's number was 21, right? 47, 3 4s is 12, 3 7s is 21. You had 12-21. But that game 4 really had me fucking thinking. Oh, and I didn't break it down. This is why I wanted to pull up the games here. Now, November 11th, right? November 11th is on a Tuesday. Again, November 11th is on a Tuesday. So this is why this really got me amped up. Because look it. And remember, the number 28 is wealth. Okay? So this is the game I was telling you, right? This is game 4 when they tied it up. But look at when it happened. I just finished telling you. Tell me when Charlie passed away, 62 days after he passed, 9-1, right? On 9-1, there's the next date. 6-1 is 9-1. On 9-1, 62 days after his death, right? That's going to land on 11/11 is on a Tuesday. This game took place on a Tuesday as well, okay? And there's your 128 code. Holy shit. October 28th. Drop the 0, you get 128. There's your 128 code. And look at, we were just saying about the 21 there too. But just to not say that, and then this right here, I said this game is representing November 11th. And here, they're showing it on a Tuesday. So I just found that pretty cool to me that that happened like that. And I thought this game was going to end on 5-1 again. But it ended on 6-1. And funny enough, that's game 5, right? Game 5. 5 is 11 as well, too. Maybe those 5s that these people are putting up means 11. Maybe it does. Because 5 flips to a 2, and 2 becomes 1-1, and that can be an 11. All right? Could be 11. And since that's 11 to me, you know the 61, it's connected to silver as well. 61 connects to silver. So, I found that pretty interesting, that game. And I think that they should probably win Friday at home. Game 7. Hold on. When would Game 7 be? November 1st. Wow. There's your 1-1-1. I want to know. I'm just trying to predict here to see, will the Blue Jays take it tomorrow? Or will they go to Game 7? This is my prediction. The Blue Jays win tomorrow, and they win it by the score of 5-2. 5-2 would fucking be crazy because, again, 5-2, 5-2 becomes, flip the 5 becomes 2-2. Now we have 2-2 becomes 11-11. Game 6 becomes Game 9 when you flip it, okay? We get 9 for November, and then we get 11-11, all right? Could be. I'm just saying, I'm just having fun. So for tomorrow, it's tomorrow game at 8. And all these games started at 8. There's your proton little symbol there. And if I'm not mistaken, I think, was it Proton Rick? I don't know if it was Proton Rick or Spaceman 2.0. They were decoding the Dodgers game out there also. And they were saying something about, I think Guerrera was representing Proton, if I'm not mistaken. Let's see what it says. FedNow posted Metallicus will offer white label digital wallets. People will be using WebAuth without even knowing it. My man. Let me read that again. FedNow posted Metallicus. Well, FedNow posted Metallicus will offer white label digital wallets people will be using. WebAuth. I told you it's going to... I feel that it's going to be a global event. This shit is biblical, okay? I've been saying this shit was biblical. It's been so fucking biblical that the Pope that got plugged in on 589 connects to silver, got a fucking horse that was white that connects to silver, because silver is the truest purity. Is the truest purity, the form of pure. It's white and blue. Okay? It's just crazy. Anyways. And it's all starting at 8 o'clock. All starting at 8 o'clock. That's the supply for Proton. And that should be Game 7 would be fun. The first day of November, huh? November 1st. Damn, November's already here, baby. November is already here, guys. Fucking November's already here. Can't wait. Can't wait to see what November's going to bring us. Because also, if you weren't paying attention, right? Marshall had said, what is the most, what did he say? What was the most unexpected thing that happened with crypto in March? He mentioned something about crypto in the month of March. Okay. I had posted November is sexy time, and he liked it. Not saying it means anything. I'm just saying November looks good for something to happen, and we shall see. We shall see. We checked out the Google symbol. Yeah, we seen the Pac-Man theme. Happy born day. Happy born day to your daughter, 88. Oh, thank you. Love my shirt. Marshall posted a bus with purple lights. So yeah, so the bus, those buses that Marshall posts, and everything you see on TV with the subways, subnets, bus. Let's flip the bus backwards. B-U-S, let's spell it backwards. S-U-B. Sub. So when you start paying attention, you start understanding why these buses are crashing on there. These trains are in the news. People surfing on the trains. Oh boy. Cut my man's live, man. Can't believe that. Is Trust Wallet a real wallet? I hope so. Praise. I hope so. All praises to the Most High. Save numbers keep coming up. Oh, they're trying to mess my live up. Yeah, they probably are. They're probably fucking with it. They're probably going to mute it. I wouldn't be surprised if they kick me off if I keep talking too deep. A lot's going to happen from the 5th of November throughout the month. Oh, you know what? On the 5th of November, we have a full moon called the Beaver Moon. And the beaver deals with wood. And wood deals with paper. And paper equals dollar bills. And what is the dollar bills going to do? What will the dollar bills going to do? Will they go up? Will they go down? Hey, Joy. Yes, Proton Rick in the building. Yeah, Proton Ricky. Silver and copper is my main play, baby, at the moment. That's right. Silver and copper, baby. I think I hope I got enough silver. I just got whatever I can afford. I just dollar cost average. Whenever I got some overtime money, I bought a coin here, I bought a coin there. So, just trying to stack my fucking bags. And now I'll probably move over to copper because it looks like copper is making a fucking high price now. Good thing I bought those 5-ounce copper coins. Man, I'm telling you now, if you're going to get precious metals, not financial advice, but if I'm continuing to try to get precious metals, I'd be looking for Trump labels, man. I'm telling you now, I don't care if you hate him. You don't have to like the man. You're just here to make money, right? So if you're here to make money, I'm telling you, if this guy becomes some type of big wiggly, I mean, bigger than the president, all right? I'm talking about king status type shit. If, I'm not saying that this can happen. I'm saying if this does happen, believe it or not, anything with Trump's face on it is going to skyrocket. All right. So if you're holding on to, I would say silver coins is the best coins, in my honest opinion. But you got to look that up yourself. Copper coins, silver coins, anything that has Trump's face on it, I would try to scoop it up. I mean, don't go overspending. You know what I mean? But if you can get it for a bargain, I think that those are some great type of coins to be holding on to. Remember the 5th of November. Yes, sir. So that being said, right? Remember the 5th of November. I want people to understand that November 11th is called Remembrance Day, okay? And just to make sure we get that in here. Is November 11th Remembrance Day? I forgot. This thing doesn't want to listen to me. I got too much. No, thank you. So you see, November 11th is Remembrance Day, right? And remember, they don't usually try to tell you the exact date, because when we hear remember, we automatically connect it to the 5th of November, right? So everybody's going to be waiting on the 5th of November for something to happen, right? Makes sense. What if they flip it, right? What if, and I know some people will be, it could be 2. It could be November 2nd, right? Which is a good date, because November 2nd happened with the Super Bowl, right? Super Bowl 58 happened on February 11th. So there's your 211, okay? But what if remember, the 5th of November rarely meant November 11th? Remembrance Day. Also, that day, November 11th, right? Now, just keep this in mind. We have the Pope involved, right? Biblical, right? Heaven, hell type shit. Bible, amen, hallelujah, what you want to do, right? So we got biblical shit. We got Metal Day, right? November 11th is also Metal Day, and I'll show you again. This thing is so freaking filled with storage, it won't even speak to me now. You usually be like, yes, November 11th is National Metal Day. And there it is. For my people, see? Metal Day, November 11th. So, and then on top of that, we had a lot of news, right? With veterans, there was a church that went on fire. Some veterans got shot. So, there was multiple stories this year about veterans getting hurt, getting shot, this, that, and the third. As well as stories about veterans not getting their benefits and all this other shit due to government issues, right? So the veterans been in the news as well, too. Well, November 11th is also Veterans Day, Metal Day, and Remembrance Day, all right? And I think I have it in here, and I think I can show you, finally. Nope, I think it's on that phone, too. I think it's on that phone, too. Well, either way, 1111 is an angel number, okay? You can just look it up, right? And see what it says. Is 1111 an angel number? Yes, 1111 is considered an angel number by many. All right, let me just read this part. Particularly in New Age modern spiritual belief systems. Spiritual. I told you this is going to be a spiritual war. Okay? It is seen as a sign of spiritual alignment, new beginnings, and a call to trust one's intuition and desires, while some also associate it with making wishes. All right? Genie in a bottle, baby. Genie in a bottle. Spiritual significance. Seeing 1111 is often interpreted as a message that you are on the right spiritual path, or that a spiritual awakening is imminent. I can significantly, no. It can significantly, oh, no. What's it say? It can be one of a moment of alignment with the universe and divine guidance. I think it was glitching out. Personal growth. It can be a sign to step out of your comfort zone and find new enjoyment in life. What if Metal Day just happened to be a pump day, right? Personal growth. It could be a sign to step out of your comfort zone, right? Quitting your job, picking up and going to a new location, getting out of your comfort zone, and finding new enjoyment in life. It is a reminder to focus on your own needs and to have faith in the journey ahead. Angel number 1111, meaning in career, love, life, and health. Many people consider that number to be of good luck and positive energy. Okay, it's often seen as a green light from the universe. What else does it say here? Waiting for it to load up. Come on, man. In numerology, the angel number 1111 is considered a powerful and meaningful message. Whether you're curious about that number, this number means for your career, love, life, health, you're in the right place. Let's explore the fascinating meanings behind the angel number 11. So Ashton said he keeps seeing those numbers, right? And over here it says, why do I keep seeing 1111? Seeing 1111 frequently can be more than just a coincidence, often viewed as a sign that your angels are trying to communicate with you. They might be encouraging you to stay positive and keep moving forward, or they could be signaling that a significant change is on the horizon. And I think if silver has something to do with it, there'll be a significant change in price. Believe that. The key is to remain open and receptive to the messages and opportunities that come your way. Let me see. A sign of new beginnings in your career, seeing 1111 can indicate that new opportunities are on the way. It's a signal to remain optimistic and open to changes, whether you consider it a new job, a promotion, or even a complete career shift. This number suggests that it's a favorable time to take action. All right, aligning with your true purpose, and we heard that also from Starship, right? The appearance of 1111 might also be a reminder to align your work with your true passions and talents. It encourages you to seek roles and projects that resonate with your inner self. When your career aligns with... What the hell happened? The page is jerked. That's so fucking weird. It encourages you to seek roles and projects that resonate with your inner self. When your career aligns with your purpose, you're more likely to find fulfillment and success. Anything else? And Matt, we also say about the heart, right? Talk about the heart chakra, this and that. We talked about Tony Stark. He has that thing as the heart, right? In the beginning of Back to the Future, the first song they play is The Power of Love, okay? In matters of the heart, the angel number 1111 often signifies a period of connection and growth. This number can herald the arrival of a soulmate or a deepening of your current relationship. If you've been wondering about the significance of 1111 in your life, here's what it might mean for you, and you can look that up. I'm not getting into no romance with you guys on here. But as you can see, they're talking about romance and talking about love, a love connection, okay? A love connection. So, why am I talking about all this spiritual and this angel number 1111? Because we're talking about also Proton, right? And Proton was a horse that was gifted to the Pope, right? And since the Pope's involved, right? And we had 589 connection, and now we know that the 589 is really connected to the Comex, and Comex is really connected to silver, you know? And these riddles are purple, so we got to think that it's got to be about XPR, because there's a lot of fools out here that just think a riddle with a flag that says XRP with a spear, oh, we solved the riddle. I mean, I don't know. Riddles usually put a twist and turn, and they put different shit in there. You want to think that the riddle's going to put it self-explanatory for you out there? Be my guest and solve the riddle that way for you guys. Be my guest. But being that I said the Pope's involved, angels, popes, demons, angels, angel numbers, 1111. I don't know. Let's see. When did the Pope get gifted that horse? When did the... Sorry, I'm not even reading the chat, guy. I don't even know what you guys are saying on there. Get the horse. On October... Yo. I love it. I love decoding, baby. Pope Leo was gifted a horse named Proton on November 15th, 2025. November 15th. Remember the 5th of November. When we write this date out, it becomes 10-1-5. We've dropped a 0. We got 1-1-5. You take that 5, you flip it to 2. You take that 2, it becomes 1-1. What do you got, motherfuckers? November 11th. November 11th, angel number 1111. The Pope got gifted a horse named Proton that connects to remember the 5th of November. And look at on a horse during his time in the missionary in Peru. In Peru. Oh, man. Oh, man. Oh, man. Oh, man. Now, I got to look on my phone now, because now that I just read that, right? I want to look for the video. I want to look for the video right now and show you. So remember that time that dude was in the city, in New York City, and the dude was going to like the NFL building, and he brought a gun and he killed himself on the 33rd floor, right? They were showing an image with the people coming out of the building and the cops, and these people with their hands up, and they're all running, right, one way. They kept running, and what caught my eye is that they replayed that scene like 8 times or 9 times. I don't know. They played it like almost 8-9 times. After the 5th time, I'm like, they keep fucking replaying this one scene. It was just some people crossing. You know, like the bus stand, they put like an ad in the bus stand, like a big ass ad. Well, this thing said Peru, right? And again, silver bullet, right? You had a cop got shot also at like 6:30, 3 6s, 3 9s, silver. Okay, I believe the cop got shot at 6:30. Let's check that. So, all right, we got the Pope on November 11/5, which could be November 11th, right? Let's go see if this cop got shot. What time did the cop get shot? I don't even know what date it was. Did a cop get shot when the suspect killed himself on the 33rd floor and NFL? And it's an NFL building, right? Wasn't that the connection? NFL? We talk about the fucking halftime shows. You talk about Super Bowl 58. Come on, man. I mean, people got to connect the dots. During the July 2025 shooting at the building that housed the NFL headquarters. Okay. Now, again, I'm just playing with some numbers. Details of this accident, right? The incident, 345. If you take that little, right, on the 4, if you remove that L shape right there, right, that to the left, that L shape, it becomes a 1. And then you get 315, okay? 315. Again, you got 315. You know what 315 is? November 11th. November 11th. Again, if you shave that shit off the 4, right? And you make it a 1, you get 315, all right? But we're just trying to figure out what time that cop got shot. A suspect, Shane Toomer, fatally shot off-duty police officer. Okay. Does it say here what time? I know it did. Hold on a second. trying to see. There it is. Here we go, people. Oh, sorry, honey. See a gunman welding an assault rifle, right? In New York City, right? 20. There's your 29 again. There's your 29 again. The 29th. All right. There's your 29 again. I just told you about 62. 911. Sorry, honey. 4 people were killed. There's the number 4 again. I told you 4. You break that down. 2-2 and 2-2 becomes 1-1-1-1. Silver. 3 9s, okay? And what time did he get shot? At 8:30. An active gunman around 18:30, which makes it 6:30, okay? 6:30. He was 36. Got shot at 6:30. Do you see the 3 6s and 6 3s? 3 9s? Silver? Okay, do you see it? Nah, you don't see it. But there it is. There it is. There's your 332. CC. There's your CC. Oh, boy. So, I am just saying, like, there's your freaking connection. And I was just trying to think of, why was I trying to bring that connection? What was I just trying to connect right now? See, got too much shit running in my mind. But again, I'm just, like, there's just so many connections over here between silver and it's 36, it's 11-11, the football thing. You know, see how he was going into the NFL football thing. I told you about Super Bowl 58, playing at, you know, Raiders Stadium, playing at, you know, Clark County over there. Okay, the Pirates, right? The Raiders are the Pirates. Pirates deal with fucking gold and silver. Their colors are black and silver, right? The Raiders fucking playing in Las Vegas, right? The Silver State, okay? Then you had the Chiefs and the 49ers. The Niners are minors, okay? The Chiefs, Indians, and Cowboys deal with gold and silver, man. When you start making the connections, you can see. You can see. Let me read what some of you guys are writing here. Old to the new system, for sure, Jack 3, for sure, Crash. I got me a 5 troy ounce of silver with Trump holding the American flag. That's dope, Don. Now you want to make me get one. That's one thing I don't got. All I got is 1 ounce coins. I don't got a 5 ounce. I got a 5 ounce copper coin. I got no 5 ounces or 10 ounces. You know what? I'm going to save up. Well, I better hurry up because I only got about fucking 11 days left. Probably like 2 weeks left. I'm going to make my move soon. Matter of fact, if I win some money in trading, some extra money, then maybe I'll make a move. Welcome in, Don. Trump is the good guy in this story. It's like wrestling, good guys and bad guys. Yes, sir. What up, Holmes? November 28, 88. Could be back in the time. Oh, I'm picking it up. .com. Well, the 11 is definitely what you described it as. All right, Proton Rick. Our second chances now, Starship says. People agree with him. Starship's birthday is right after that big angel date. Of course it is. Only for the good people out here. I see repeating numbers all the time. I used to have an Instagram account where I uploaded all the pics that I would take, but the account was removed and permanently deleted. These platform bullies. A little decoding, remember, for sure. November 5th, maybe global currency reset, dark days. Could be also. Maybe November 2nd could be a blackout. We might not even see November 5th. I see 44 every day for weeks now, 11-11. All right, there's Joy. What up, Rakim? What else? What else can I bullshit? We talked about the game, and I said the Blue Jays will. I will bug out. That would really kind of tell me something about Silver or Proton is gonna fucking explode in November time or November 11th, or maybe it's November 20th. I don't know. It could be that 2-5. That shit could be anything. It could be the 2nd, the 5th, which I just think is a little bit easy to guess that. So I bear off those, but the 5th of November is a big date. Okay. We have a full moon on that date, and I also believe it's a Tuesday also, so, or Thursday. I'm not sure. When is that date? So we got the 5th on a Wednesday, the 2nd on a Sunday, and the 11th on a Tuesday. The 20th on a Thursday. So Tuesdays and Thursdays are kind of in my radar at the moment. Wednesdays, it's another date also. I think that might be another, that might be another crash date on a Wednesday. Anyways. Do you have any other pictures to show you guys? Oh, look, here. What was I reading here? This is another thing like with Kirk also. Look, 2025 World Series between the Blue Jays and the Dodgers, right? They talk about how like the first pitch was in Tokyo. I didn't even know that the first game they played. I didn't know. The first pitch was thrown in Tokyo? I didn't even fully read this. I just seen this Mexican thing, and they were talking about how Tokyo and Canada, how this wasn't even in the United States. The first game is going to be in Tokyo, and then the last game will be played in Canada. This marks the first time in MLB history that both the series openers and conclusion took place outside the USA. When I read that, it almost made me think like, remember they were talking about the BRICS, and the BRICS are supposed to be making some type of freaking their own currency and shit like that, not it being involved with the USA, right? So I was just like looking at this shit. It was just like, I wonder if something's going on around the world where other countries are forming something outside of the USA. Right? And when I was reading this, it says attracting a massive global fan base, which was like, what the fuck? Massive global fan base. I'm like, mostly people think that baseball is boring because it's long and, sometimes people stand out there and do nothing. Right? But when I seen a massive global fan base, I was like, that's quite interesting words to use in this particular thing. And then when I read it, it said Japan, Mexico, and Canada. Then I was like, why Mexico? If you just been talking about this took place in the first pitch in Japan, and then you're talking about the last game in Canada, I was like, why Mexico? And then, you know what? Kirk connects to Mexico. Kirk is Mexican. He also broke a record on that day when he scored the 62, I believe, the second game. All right? Or the first game. I'm not even sure. Was the first or second? No, that first game. Matter of fact, when he hit that blast in the first game, he broke a record, Kirk. And I was like, oh, shit, Kirk broke records over here. First Mexican to smash a home run, I think, in the World Series. Right? And then I was looking at this here. Then I was looking to the back-to-back, right? Because I seen the K, the K. Back, KK. And I was thinking about 11-11 here. First time in history. Then I'm thinking about history, right? Here's the Blue Jays over here. What else they have? They have the bird with the maple leaf. And the maple leaf is one of the biggest fucking silver coins out there. The maple leaf is one of the biggest silver coins out there. All right? But where it gets a little weird over here, because like I said, this is a story up here, global world news. This was one story, right? And they're talking about how this is the first time a back-to-back home run starts for the world. They broke so many records in this World Series. It's just crazy. But right under here, at turning point, like out of all the things, I forgot what this was saying up here. Hold on a second. I think I took a screenshot. Yeah, see, so this was totally about something else. Can't really see what this thing was, the Tonight Show, right? But when I read on the bottom, I was like, get the fuck out of here. I'm over here thinking that this shit is about Kirk, right? Mexico. They put Mexico in there. So I'm like, oh, this has to relate to Kirk. Then all of a sudden, look at this on the bottom over here. Remember the monkeys? That was what I wanted to say, the monkeys. The monkeys escaping from Mississippi? That's some fucking bullshit. That is some bullshit right there. But as you can see, Turning Point over here. Here's Kirk, and then you got the Toronto Blue Jays up here. Oh, this was the title, right? At Turning Point event, Mississippi, blah blah blah. Look at this. At Turning Point event in Mississippi. Okay, and here she is. Happened to be speaking at Mississippi, and then look what the fuck this is. Then they're showing you the monkeys. This ain't about the Mississippi monkeys. They're talking about a different story. But if you know how to make the damn connections, you can see how they're trying to fucking show you the Mississippi and the monkeys. Two different stories, but right underneath each other. Okay? Layered. Okay? Story is layered after layered. All right? You got to understand how these stories go. Now, let me see what you guys are saying. No, nothing much. Now, isn't this quite interesting that these monkeys, right? First of all, you have these diseased monkeys in a fucking 1999 U-Haul moving box trailer moving these monkeys. Where are the locks? Now, if you knew these monkeys had some type of crazy diseases that we haven't seen in fucking decades, and these monkeys are carrying these around, all these other shits, because we haven't had spreads like this, wouldn't you put locks on these monkeys? Wouldn't you put them in steel cages and separate them so they wouldn't be interacting with one another and spreading shit around? Right? Or wouldn't maybe you try to take 3 monkeys into 3 different fucking trucks and do that instead? Why the fuck would you put wild disease monkeys in a cheap ass truck with no locks on a cage? I'm just saying. Just don't be fearful. Don't be fearful. Just don't even make no sense. I know people don't like that. I'm not even going to speak on it no more. But I'm just saying, use your motherfucking brains. More things to show you here. Now, we was also saying the 6-7 is 13, and 13 could be a connection to the silver thing. Yo, they fucking mute my shit on here. They mute my fucking phone on here. It's so crazy. No, you can hear me now. I actually pressed the unmute button. I looked and the shit was press mute. That is fucking nuts. I got Ghost in here now. But anyway, I just found that weird that shit just popped up. And this guy was a rookie too. 12 strikeouts. There's your numbers. There's silver, 6-1, 9-4. There's your 13 again. Okay. There's your 6-1 and your 13. There's your diamond earring. Big ass diamond earring, this guy's fucking thing. You know the Diamond District is on 47th Street. 47 equals silver. If you didn't know, now you know. Now you know, boy. Oh, I gotta charge this fucking phone. And weirdly enough, right? They're always talking about Japan on here. Damn, why is my phone? It's not plugged in. They speak about Japan a lot. Tokyo, Japan, da-da-da. Sora, funny enough, has that connection as well, too. Yeah, you know what? That's not the first time that shit happened to me. That is mute button presses mute. So it's that's the Matrix, baby. When you saying too much, too loud, they mute you. Just like Ashen's fucking live, they fucking kicked them off. Silver getting expensive now. Load up, bro. Load up, bro. She said, you're holding the phone with your left hand and your right hand is shown on the live. That's strange. Yep. Yep. That's how you know. That's how you know. The Matrix is in the works. What's up, everybody? Pardini. So definitely don't forget your silver. Don't forget your copper. Copper right now is cheaper than silver. So if you can't afford the silver, you can definitely get some copper. All right. Copper is probably like 90% less than what silver is at the moment. Either 90 or 80% less than what silver is. So you can literally probably pick up 5 times the amount of copper, maybe like 8 times the amount of copper compared to silver at the moment. If you choose to get copper, so that's on you. Anyway, this phone's gonna die. I don't know. I thought it was charging, and this charger isn't all that great, I guess. But that was it for the Charlie Kirk fucking decode over there with the Toronto Maple Leafs over here. Yeah, the Maple Leafs, but Toronto Blue Jays. Again, blue equals silver, right? We talked about the blue, right? We talked about how it's connected to the World Trade Center, how they put the blue lights to connect to the World Trade Center, and how the police, they have that blue beam. It's just, you got to understand why the blue came in. And then all of a sudden we had all these stories about the Hawaii and the people painting their house blues because blues can't be touched. You understand? Go look at the videos on lasers and the color blue. It's like the lasers can't touch blue. Didn't you notice all the blue cars where all these massive fires were not even touched? But if you had a red one, a black one, a white one, toast, burnt, comatose, to the point where the metal was liquefied. Understand that. The fire was so intense. It liquefied metal, car metal. Like, yeah, okay. Broke says, saying that I can't prorate messages, or you can't send me messages on X. I don't even have the option. The inbox icon isn't there for me to directly message you. Yep. Yeah, nobody wants nobody to get in contact with the bear. Nobody wants to get in contact with the bully bear. Copper bars premium daylight robbery. I am buying copper raw material now. Yeah, they motherfucking hitting people in the head right now for copper because they understand probably how copper is going to move in the near future. So they're trying to get their money up front right now. Just like me, if anybody wants any loan or XPR, I got them on sale for $1 a piece, baby. I got them on sale for $1 a piece. Come get your loan, baby. If you're in countries where you can't get a loan, baby, hit me up. I'll send you a loan, $1 a piece. Nope, sorry, can't answer. So true, but you'll be able to sell your copper bars for top dollar. That's for sure, people. For sure. Trying to see if I have anything else to show you. I was just playing around. There was Kirk at bat over here. He had 2 outs, 2 strikes, 2 balls. Score was 2-0. There's all your twos. And then you had 2 grays and 2 greens on the bottom. I don't know. Just thought that was pretty funny. Not like it was meant for anything to be seen, but anything else I have on here? Oh, so remember I was talking about the palms? Remember I mentioned the palm? Right? This is why I mentioned the palms. Hold on a second. So when I seen that bird and the palms and the Blue Jays and shit like that, I was thinking about this. I just started looking at different palms or whatever, right? Because I'm like, this has to be a biblical event. Look at the Metallica's colors over here. Blessed be on the Lord from Zion. Remember they kept talking about icons? I don't know. That just reminded me of icons. He who dwells in Jerusalem, right? And I was like, oh shit, that's like Charlie Kirk also, right? Charlie Kirk from the Blue Jays, right? He was talking about Jerusalem. And then we were talking about, because 315, right? 315 is my date, 11/11. I was just trying to see what this had said. Praise the Lord, praise the names of the Lord, praise him and the servants of the Lord. You ministered in the house. And in the courts, and we know the courts are the real banks. Okay, courts are banks and banks. I was just wondering if that is the 315 connection. Maybe not. Maybe not. Just trying to see. Oh. So these I was looking at when I was looking up at palms, right? What are the palms in the Bible? Because we've seen that bird, like the phoenix bird, fucking up the palms. I'm like, maybe there's a symbol. Symbolizes victory, triumph, righteousness, and flourishing. They were used in ancient celebrations such as Jesus' triumph in entry into Jerusalem and the Feast of Tabernacles. Where the fuck did I hear this from? I heard this from somewhere, Tabernacles. Somewhere else. Oh, man. Anyways. In the book of Revelation. So, I'm just saying. When I was looking at the palms, I was wondering if that was a message. And I was just like, oh, wow, well, the palms, if the Blue Jays win, that'd be sweet, right? Connected to Kirk and Proton and all this other shit. Triumph, victory, righteousness, and flourishing. I hope, man. I hope this is our time, bro. Web Auth Wallet, baby. Load up, baby. Web Auth Wallet. Anything else here? Oh, and I'm going to show you this one thing, and then I'm going to go because my phone is going to die any minute. I don't even know how I got this, but I was looking. It was like a new window. Let me see. This guy had a new window. What does this thing say on here? I didn't even really look. I just took the picture. There's your 9.5 again. Look at the 4. See, this is why I'm glad I fucking do screenshots. There's your 4 again and 9.5. I already told you 9.5 was 11.11. There's your 4. 4 breaks down to 2.2, right? 4 breaks down to 2.2. 1.1. Then your 9.5 right here. There's your 9.5 again. November 5th, November 5 breaks down to 2, 2 to 1.1.1. All right? Look at this, though. Look at this. Proton. At Proton Me. That's what I'm just saying. I don't know. I'm just playing with numbers. I'm just showing you what the fuck I see sometimes. What else is showing on here? Oh, man. Remember I was just saying the 315. Remember the 1? Usually the 1 and the 0 is like placeholders. They don't really tend to hold anything, they say. So I'm just like, look at this thing over here. This kind of reminds me of 315. And it's 211. 911. I even fucking finished telling you. November 2 is 1-1. These numbers keep fucking following me. I'm telling you. Oh, here. It's going to die now. Oh, 5%. 5%. Let's get to the goody parts. Oh, there it is. Proton Pass. Proton Pass. And you know what that P kind of reminds me of? You ever see XRP? You ever see their P and their R's? You ever see that P and their R's? XRP. Do I got it in here? Let me see. Let me see. I got to show you. I got to hurry up. Oh, just for... Oh, look at this Google. Look at it. Look at this. Also, that's a baby picture. Just in case you didn't know, that was a little baby picture of Marshall. I'm not going to tell you where I got it from, but look at Google right there. You didn't tell me that Google ain't going to connect it to this man right here. Good night, Charlie. Isn't that weird that they only connect the word good night to Charlie? You never hear good night, Brian. I mean, if you're greeting somebody, but always like, you know, if somebody gets knocked out, good night, Charlie. Why Charlie? I always thought that. Curious. Oh, and then this 14.7. Look at this. Look at this. 14.7. Galaxy, baby. Going to the fucking moon. 14.7. All right. 14 also connects to silver, and you know the 47 connects to silver as well too. Okay. And if you didn't know, 47 was on base and 47 scored. Okay. I think 47 scored the last run. I think 47 scored the last run. Either 5 or 6. But pretty interesting as well. I mean, look at everything that pops up. 9.5 again. 9.5. November 5th. Whatever you want to look at. 9.5. November 5th. Whatever you want to look at. Okay, whatever you want to look at. What's the percent? I got 4%. Also, you're 99, right? Remember back into the future, the 99? the 99 could be 1111 as well too, right? Because we know the 9 to be 11, 11 to be 9. 99 could be 1111. Hidden message. Hidden message. Just showing you, I'm just going through here. I told you, Toronto, right? Look at this, Toronto, the Maple Leaf. I just finished telling you about the Maple Leaf, right? Atmex, this and that. And then look at, they got the fucking Marshalls over here. You got Marshall, all right? Whatever you guys want to think, I don't care. I'm just telling you what the Matrix told me. Marshall's definitely going to be connected to Silver, okay? All this is playing out. This is the Matrix speaking to me, and this is me sharing everything with you here. I'm going to have to get back here and do this video. I'm not going to have enough time to get in. I don't want to half-ass show you something and then not finish what I wanted to show you. But we're going to get into this probably quickly, too. Remember that decode I did on Demolition Man? I might have to make a part 2. Demolition Man part 2 coming up, baby. Demolition Man part 2 coming up. Anyway, I'm fucking hot as hell. I gotta go take a walk. I'm sweating like a fucking... Oof. I'm not even gonna see. What are you guys talking about? So Proton Rick, if you're still listening, just hit one of my posts on my x.coms, and then I'll see if I can message you. Just say, hey, this is Proton Rick from YouTube. And then I will click onto your profile, and then I'll see if I can message you. Once I message you, then we'll have that connection open up. It's weird. Somebody else had the same problem, and that's what we did. Yeah. Oh, sorry, honey. Not on this phone. It's about to die. Thank you, Taz. Thank you, brother. Oh, the granules for cheap. Don't forget the granules. Granules. Still a masterpiece. Thank you, sir. Got your bro. Do that. All right, Proton Rick. Everybody else, man, have a great day. I need my last 3% to go talk to my lovely wife. So, peace out, peeps. End this decode, and I'm gonna get the Demolition. I'm gonna go over the movie again, and sometime in the next 3-4 days it'll be up. Could be today, could be tomorrow, not too sure, but we got to get back to Demolition Man. There's a few things up in there. Proton pussy, baby. Till then, people, be safe, enjoy the